Welcome back students for the online class. Today we are going to study separation of components of a mixer. We have studied homogeneous mixer, heterogeneous mixer. We have also studied true solution, suspension and colloidal solution. Whatever may be the mixers, so how to separate the component today we will study. First, today we are going to study only three techniques. These are all techniques, three techniques. First one is evaporation. The evaporation is a technique by which a volatile component can be separated from non-volatile impurities. So, two components are there. One is volatile. What is volatile? Volatile means easily vaporizable. Non-volatile means which does not easily vaporize. So, we have to separate it by means of the technique known as evaporation. So, here I brought a beaker. In the beaker I am having water, and this is a china dish. Above the china dish, just I am having some red ink. Just I am keeping the ink. On heating the beaker, what happens? Water will vaporize. So you will get a steam here. So after some time, what happens? It will boil. Which will boil? The red ink will boil. So while boiling, after that it will become vaporizes. It will evaporate. So in the red ink, there is a dissolved component. There is a dye was dissolved in water. So water will evaporate, whereas the red dye will deposit here. The red dye will deposit in the watch glass itself. So here volatile component is water. Non-volatile component is the red ink. The red ink may red color dye. The red color dye will deposit here. So this technique is known as evaporation. By evaporation we can separate salt and water. And as I told that this blue ink, in the blue ink the red dye can be separated. Now the second one is centrifugation. Centrifugation is the technique. Here this technique is to separate the colloidal solution, the dispersed phase, and dispersion medium. In a colloidal solution. See, here I brought a colloidal solution here. See, now it is some of them are deposited, some of them are not deposited. So here the centrifugation. So the equal amount of water I am taking in another test tube. There is a test tube called centrifugation tube. The centrifugation tube will be like this is normal test tube, whereas a centrifugation tube will be at a cone shape at the bottom. Here you add the colloidal solution, here you add water, and there is a machine. You put it into the centrifugal machine. And here there is a hand paddle, a rotator will be there. So by which you have to keep this in the vessel or centrifuge. This machine is known as centrifuge. So you keep it in the centrifuge and you rotate it. While rotating, what happens? The fastly this test tube will rotate. How in a washing machine the drum is rotating, like that it will rotate. So after rotation you can able to see that the particles will settle down slowly. So this process is known as centrifugation. So in the centrifugation the denser particle will settle down. So denser particle can be separated from lighter particles. So that is known as centrifugation. The centrifugation is a technique they are used in laboratories for blood test. For the blood test they use the centrifuge method. Okay, so this is the second technique known as centrifugation. Now the third one is separating funnel. Separating funnel. This technique is for separating two immiscible liquids. Two liquids are not mixing. For example, oil and water. Oil and water can be separated by this technique. For that we need a funnel. The funnel will be of this type. Separating funnel. This is known as separating funnel. The separating funnel, add the mixture of oil and water. Add the mixture of oil and water. So what happens? See here, two layer will be there. Two layer will be there. So suppose oil is highly dense, then oil will down. Water will be above. Then here there is a tap. Open the tap. First oil will come down. Then you remove the beaker. Then put another beaker. First you take the oil. Then remove, again open the tap. Then water will come down. Then you can able to separate the water. So this is known as the separating funnel. So I will show the separating funnel. This is the separating funnel. You can able to see a funnel like this. Separating funnel, a tap here. So if I pour the solution, two immiscible liquid. So two immiscible liquid, two solutions are not mixing, oil and water. So if I add it, so two layers you can see, oil and water. Just you open the tap, first layer will come down, then close it. Then again you open the tap, another layer will comes. So by this technique we can able to separate the two immiscible liquids. So today we have studied the three techniques. One is evaporation. So by evaporation, volatile component and non-volatile impurities can be separated. Example, salt and water can be separated, and red ink and water can be separated, and from the red ink dye can be separated. And second technique we have studied the one is centrifugation. Centrifugation, see in the lower classes we have studied that churning of milk or buttermilk. So how will you remove cream from butter? Cream, how will you remove cream from butter? By churning. By churning, the cream will be removed from buttermilk. The same technique. This is centrifugation also, by the method by which we can remove the cream from the butter. We can also use this technique. Which technique? The centrifugation technique. See, the churning is a physical process, but here it was somewhat mechanical process. Here by the machine will be there. Using the machine, the rotating machine, we can separate the cream. And third technique we have studied, separating funnel. By using separating funnel, we can separate two immiscible liquids. Okay, so today we have studied three techniques. The remaining techniques, how to separate the components, we will study in the next class. So thank you students.